Carl Jung analyzed the book of Job, where he said, this is the turning point of the Bible, at least for us Christians who have two testaments. He says this is the turning point. This is where God realizes that he's asking too much of humans. Humans are not like God. They are called to be created in his image, but they don't know yet. Just like my kids, I can't expect them to act like adults until they learn and grow. And God had been getting frustrated over and over with his people, but it's at this point where Carl Jung says God realizes. And I know people have these opinions that God can never change, or God doesn't think, or God doesn't update his plan. But if you remember in Noah, with Noah's flood, it says God regretted that he had made humankind. You see, he didn't see that coming. There's another passage that says where the people were doing such evil things that it says this had never entered God's mind. And then there's another passage where it says God changed his mind. Remember with Abraham when he was praying for the people of Sodom and Gomorrah? Abraham was trying to change his mind. What do you think prayer is? It's a petition to God. And therefore that means God can be convinced. God can be swayed by our prayers. God, intervention itself is asking God to stop what he's doing and change course. This idea that God doesn't change is you know who made that up? The church. You know why? They don't like to change. And so their God doesn't change. But my God does. And what Carl Jung said is that after Job, a new idea comes into the mind of God. I'm going to address this in a different way. And so instead of barking down orders from on high, God puts on robes of human flesh and becomes one of us. And as soon as he does, he goes, oh, this is hard. I'm going to have to change this. I'm going to have to forgive them of all their mistakes, because in reality, this was my mistake. That's why Jesus offered his son and didn't ask for our sons or our children. Jesus embodies the God of the Old Testament coming down and realizing he was asking way too much of us. But that doesn't let us off the hook. Jesus invites us into a new way of living. He says, look, you started out as primitive people and you had a primitive God, but now you are evolving, and now it's time for that image of God to evolve with you.